Let's talk about creating and setting up an integrated master plan. A master plan in Microsoft Project is any schedule that has an inserted subproject. It could be a plan that has tasks already in it and you just want to insert a detailed subproject, or you could start from a blank schedule. Here we have a blank schedule, and if I start from a blank schedule, all I did was go to File, New, and chose Blank Project to get to this blank project. And instead of typing anything into the task name column, I can click on the Project tab and select Insert Subproject. So I'm going to click on Insert Subproject, and I'm going to scroll down and find a project to insert, and I've got a few down here that I want to use, maybe Class 1 project. Now, when you're looking at inserting a project here, you have a couple of choices. I can link to the project, which means it creates a bidirectional link, so when you update the source plan, it updates the master plan, or if you update in the master plan, it updates the source plan. I can also click on the insert here and choose to insert it as read write or read only. Sometimes you create master plans just to create cross-project views and reports and filters for milestones and phase gates and those types of things, or dashboard views. And that's a great thing to do, and therefore maybe you only want to insert the project as read only so that people can't make changes to them in the master plan. And you can change your mind after the fact, and I'll show you how to do that. But I can simply select insert, and it's going to take that project and insert it into this new plan, and I can click on the details of that by clicking the expand button here, and I can see the details. And I can repeat that process again, so I can insert subproject, and I'm going to grab those projects here, and I'm going to actually click on Class 2 project, and I'm going to multi-select by using my control key. Now, if you're using Project Server, you have to insert them one at a time, but if you're using a shared drive, like an L drive or whatever shared drive you have, you can actually multi-select your plans. Click on Insert, and I can literally now have 3 inserted projects into this master plan. 1, 2, and 3. Now these line items 1, 2, and 3 belong specifically to this master plan. And then I can save this plan. I can go File, Save As, and I'm just going to save it on my computer in the e-learning course area or under my documents. It's fine. And I'll call this my integrated master plan. And it could be a name of a program or a portfolio and so forth. And I click on Save, and I'll just say yes to all here. And I'm going to click on the Format tab and turn on my project summary, because this is my integrated master plan now for all of these projects. Now these are inserted subprojects, and if I hover over the indicator column, you can see that it's going to point me to the path name where that is stored. It's really important that if you're taking this approach to creating an integrated master plan, that you actually save your files in the same place and not move them around. So keep them in a shared drive somewhere if there's more than one user on these source plans, and not move them around so project can find them. Because when you click on the expand button here to show the outline details, you're actually opening up that project in the source plan, and it's important that it finds that. Now, if I do that, keep in mind that you can only have one person open a project file up in read-write mode at a time. So by doing that, I've now locked out the owner of that plan, if I'm not the owner, to actually open that file in read-write mode. They can only open it up as read-only. So only one person can open up a project file in read-write mode at a time. And if I do that in the master plan, then whoever wants to open up the source will not be able to do that. Same thing if I expand the details here, and if I expand the details here. So what's great about having all your projects in one place like this is I can now take advantage of some of the tools like filtering, and being able to filter, say, by milestones, and seeing those milestones, and I'll just view entire project across all the projects. So I get a nice little sort of dashboard view, if you will, of all my key milestones across all my programs. And then you can save that. And once it's saved as the master plan, when I open this up, these milestones are automatically updated because they're integrated with the source plan. And that's what that link to project is all about. I can turn that off, by the way, by collapsing these down. Now these line items here, 1, 2, and 3, belong to the master plan. And when I expand on that project, and I'll clear the filter now, these line items, they start over at 1 because those belong to the source plan. So it's important to note that these line items. Now, if I'm looking at these particular line items, you can see that I've got these different project files here. Right, I can expand the details of each one of these, but those belong to the source plan. And if I double click on the item here, I don't get the task information dialog box. I get the inserted project information dialog box. And if I click on the advanced tab, you can see that I can break the link to the source plan, and I can turn this on to read only, on or off here, depending on what your needs are when you're creating a master plan in Microsoft Project. So keep in mind you can change your mind after the fact, because you may want to set this up as read only so that when you click on the expand button here to show all the details, you're not actually opening up that source plan in read write mode.